I don't believe I need to tell you that the tourism sector is in trouble. COVID-19 has been devastating to the economy and has affected the very lives of many Belizeans. Right here in Placencia, establishments are suffering. We have lost the lives of Dr. Guerra and his brother, a terrible tragedy to say the least. My deepest condolences goes out to all Belizeans who have been affected by COVID-19. My name is Charles Leslie Jr., and in this episode of Let's Talk Solutions, I will discuss how COVID-19 has affected the Belize tourism industry. At the onset of COVID-19, Belize was doing pretty well. We closed our borders before we had any infection. Unfortunately, it was only a matter of time before cases started to pop up. There are many reasons this happened, and I won't go into that today. Belize's economy is based on consumption of imported goods and services, more than locally produced goods and services. Most of our foreign exchange comes from the tourism industry, which is considered the #1 employer of Belizeans. This means that most Belizeans, especially young Belizeans, make money that pay the bills, take care of the family, and disposable income left, which is used to spend within the local economy. At first, locking down the economy was seen as only temporary. However, the government of Belize realized that it would be indefinite. The government implemented state of emergency protocols which forced establishments to close. Were these the right decisions? That is up for speculation. Let's focus on the effects on the tourism industry. From my own research, I have seen that most establishments in Belize tourism industry that have been negatively affected are small ones. Since March of 2020, many have closed permanently and many are on life support, and owners are now moving into the phase of fire selling their properties. Thousands have lost their jobs and livelihoods. When this pandemic is finally over, Belizeans will have lost even more ownership of the jewel. Let me drill down to what I have seen within the tourism industry that has played key contributing factors in small establishments being negatively affected. Many of the large establishments in the Belize tourism sector were affected. However, most of them have access to liquid cash and cheap capital outside of Belize. Most small businesses do not. In June of 2020, the government of Belize, via the Belize Tourism Board, started to roll out the Tourism Gold Standard Certification Program in preparation of reopening the country's tourism industry to international visitors. This happened in October of 2020. These new protocols were focused on enhancing hotel and restaurant cleaning practices, social interactions, workplace policies, and standard operating procedures while ensuring minimal impact on the guest experience. Establishments started to apply for the Tourism Gold Standard certification. Once approved, the BTB issues a certificate and badge. This certification is done for free. However, to pass the certification, establishments have to invest in getting their properties and other assets retrofitted with infrastructure such as sanitization stations, plexiglass separators, detailed cleaning procedures, just to name a few. The application itself is over 30 pages long. In my humble opinion, and just from my observations, this process added to the already mounting financial strains that small establishments were experiencing. Many had little to no cash flow due to the high operational costs and debt. Many could not complete the application themselves and had to outsource, which costs money. This forced these small establishments to cut costs even more, and one of the main things that they cut was one of the most important, their marketing budget. I have been monitoring the online presence of establishments across Belize, such as their social media, business pages, and websites, and many have been completely abandoned. Websites have not been updated for years. Social media pages have very few posts. Thus, their online presence has stagnated. And what many of these establishments do not realize is that having an online presence that is growing digital cobweb is worse than having no online presence. Many of these small establishments have taken the free training webinars by BTB. They have improved their properties, customer service training, and more. However, their marketing is dead on arrival. And if you study marketing, you will learn that during the Great Depression, establishments that survived invested in two key areas: improving customer service and care, investing heavily in marketing. Many small establishments are suffering terribly right now, but it does not have to be this way. In the next episode, I will talk about some simple yet effective things that small establishments in Belize can do to at least start moving towards the light at the end of the tunnel. I thank you once again for tuning into Let's Talk Solutions. Have a wonderful day.